Welcome, 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 everybody. I am TT, your host, Intuitive Minds of the Facebook group and the YouTube group. Intuitive Minds already know. How is everybody doing? It is January 1st of 2026. And as promised, as announced, I am going to, just fixing my camera here, I'm going to be doing a 24 Oracle card draw for 2025. We're going to pull 12 cards. For 2025, we are also going to do 12 cards for 2026. So the focus of 2025 will be on things that we've learned and where have we come? Where have we become? Where are we kind of right now in the cuspis of letting 2025 go and shedding that skin and then embracing the newness, embracing the unknown of a horse year. It is the year of the horse of 2026. 2025 was the year of the snake. So if you've noticed a lot of shedding and letting go and finding things that just don't quite align with you anymore. Oh my God, there's some birds outside distracting me. And then like the year of the horse is all about freedom and renewal and independence. So as we talk about the messages and the cards and the images on the cards that come up, just remember, and I will cue you in case you're coming in at a later time, that 2025 was about shedding. Hello, Joe. Was about shedding and letting go and getting rid of stuff that doesn't align with us and finding out our true path. What is going to navigate us more authentically into 2026, which is the year of the horse, more independence. So I will cue you if you hop on. Please remember that this is a safe space. If you do watch and you do participate and you do comment, I will put your name in for a drawing for, I haven't decided what's the prize yet, but you have to participate, you have to watch, and you have to comment, not for the whole thing, but you have to comment on the topic that we're talking about at that moment. All right. First off the bat, I want to thank everybody that has accepted the friendship or accepted the invite to the Facebook group. This is something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and I know that sometimes I go MIA, but that is part of my healing in my journey so that I can be more refreshed and I have more content and more experiences to share and express and let you know that you are not alone. We are not alone. We are all connected in this universe, in this energy, and I'm here to express my experiences and my knowledge with a little bit of online knowledge to help you guys navigate, because chances are there's someone out there that's going through the same thing that you and I are both going through, that we're all going through, that we're all connected. But thank you. We have 641 members. I would like to get to 700 this year. So if you're watching this and you're like, I really like her messages, or I think she just speaks from the heart and she's real and she's raw, tell your friends about it and have them go on the Facebook group. Intuitive Minds already know, asked to be invited. It's a private group. And you could also go on the YouTube page, Intuitive Minds already know, and subscribe there, okay? All right, so I've cleansed the space. I've asked my spirit guides to come in. Take a minute, ask for your spirit guides to come in. If you have crystals, get them out. If you have a journal, because we will be talking about a lot of things. And when I am in flow, I'm just gonna go. All right. So I have my crystals out. I do, once we get to 2026, I am going to read the meaning of the horse. My laptop charger was MIA, so I couldn't look up like the Chinese year of the horse, but we'll do our best and maybe Spirit will tell us everything we need to know. So get in a comfy spot, buckle up. I am hoping that this will not take too long to do, but as you know, I get chatty and messages just kind of flow. So, all right. The first thing I want to do is, it is a full moon actually today, folks. And so I looked it up, and we are in between a full moon in Gemini and a full moon in Cancer. So I'm just going to read from the book Moonology. It comes with oracle cards, but I picked out the full moon in Gemini, and it says, the answers you need are coming. And I'm just going to read this really quick. This is a reminder that it's important to speak your truth, but remember that your words have consequences and impact your listener. The answers you need may well come soon. The issue you're facing could well be one or a few conversations away. This card comes to you as a reminder of the old, very non-Gemini message, least said, soonest mended. It's good to talk, but be careful you aren't causing yourself any issues with your words. Have an important conversation, but stay calm. Don't be superficial. Someone is trying to flirt with you. Have you noticed? You need to laugh off this situation. Hello, Carrie. You need to laugh off the situation and just move on. Talk, and more talk as the emotional full moon comes into the communicative sign of Gemini. It's too easy to say too much, so mind how you go if you pull this card. This card also indicates an enjoyable social event, since the full moon in Gemini is a great time for socializing. Okay, that was full moon in Gemini. So we are on the cuspus. We are in a waxing gibbous, which is the phase right before the full moon. And the full moon, we usually get about 3 days. So the last part of the full moon is in Cancer. And here is the card, and I am going to read it to you from the book. A personal issue reaches resolution. And that is like, that makes a lot of sense, because the answers you need are coming, which coincides with a personal issue reaches resolution. All right, so that's confirmation. Things are likely to get very heated, as full moon in Cancer is a super emotional sign. So there could be something of an explosion of feelings around now or surrounding your questions. So if we're feeling triggered and we feel like exploding, this card was telling us to kind of watch your words, all right? So slow it down. It's okay to express how we want to feel, our honesty, but slow down your words. The card indicates an especially feminine time. It heralds the time to deal with any family issues coming up. Nothing to worry about. It signals a challenge is now coming to an end. This card also suggests that a domestic matter or private issue will come to a head, and that it's a great time to move house. The answer to your question lies in being a kind leader. Lead by example. This is the time for you to step up and agree to overcome your insecurities. Meditate to soothe heightened emotions. Don't be clingy. Stop sulking, and have you had enough family time lately? The heightened emotions of the full moon can't be ignored. However, Cancer is one of the moon's 2 home signs, along with Taurus. So astrologically speaking, the moon loves to be in this sign. She rules Cancer. This means that this card, there's a sense that all is as it should be. Don't worry, all will soon be well. I really like that. All right, how are we feeling, folks? Okay, so what I'm going to do for 2025, comment on here in 1 word or 2 words max, how you would describe 2025 in what you experienced and what you had to go through. I am going to say my word is growing pains. There was a lot that I went through this last year, and during a separation, and then during a reunion. So I had to deal with all kinds of growing pains from being, isolated and secluded, and in solitude to bringing those messages and those lessons that I learned in solitude, I had to bring them back to the union, to the reunion of my partner, and implement those into the new dynamic that we chose to rebuild. So I'm going to use, of course, I'm going to use my deck. It is for sale. Words to Live By. It is $25. I'm going to pull 6 cards from that deck. Not going to read all of them from the book because, like, I want to get this through. I don't want to have this like a 2-hour, but if it happens that way, it happens that way. I have shuffled. The next deck we were going to use is from the Energy Oracle, because it's all about energy and all about the energy that we went through this last year and the energy that we're about to go through this year. Okay, first of all, I'm going to read from the book because it was a Year of the Snake. And I'm going to find snake in this book, because I love to just, you know, jump around. Okay. You're about to go through some significant personal changes, so intense and dramatic that an old self will metaphorically die as a new self emerges. You're going to feel a surge of energy that will sharpen your senses, alert your mental faculties, and open up new channels of awareness. You're about to resolve a long-standing issue, one that has required a great deal of your attention, by seeing things in a new light. It would be a good time for you to start doing either tantric or kundalini yoga. You'll experience a dramatic and unexpected physical or emotional healing very soon, coming from an unexpected source. And then it lists all the different kinds of snakes. I'm not going to go into detail of the different kinds of snakes unless you guys ask for it, because they broke it down into a boa, a cobra, a python, and a rattlesnake. All right. Okay. I'm going to pull 6 cards from the Energy Oracle card deck. I'm going to shuffle one more time. And I will probably read out of the book for the last card. All right, Spirit, use me as a conduit. This is a safe space for everybody. Okay, 6 cards. Oh, boy. I like the cards coming up already. Okay, I'm going to shuffle the second deck. And I'm going to try to watch the clock. Okay. All right, I'm going to show you each one. We have number 1 is the Sun. And then we have 6, the Contract. We have the Angel of Love. We have the Healer of Ages. We have number 21, Strategy. 27, Walking Away. Balance. Pressure, number 20. 24, Feminine. Freedom. Flow. And number 1, Breathe. So that's interesting that we have a 1 at the beginning of the year, if this is going in like months, and a 1 at the end. So right away, I'm feeling that 2025 was basically a kind of year of I'm going to explain it kind of like a roller coaster, but like we have all these like little roller coasters, like up, down. And then in the middle of the year, we reach like this peak. And then the backside of 2025 was like another little coming down, but it was like little roller coasters, if that makes sense, because we have like these 2 1s. So like we started out And then we ended kind of the same way. So the sun, there's like a rebirth. There's a book on here. There's a lotus. She is a feminine lady, feminine energy. She's in some water. So like we started out the year really gung-ho, like, and usually that's the way that New Year's starts out. Everybody's got goals and we're ready to just kind of like leave the last year behind and start over. It's a great opportunity to start goals, to look at things differently, put new goals into your work, your relationships, your body, your health. And the sun is very healing. The sun is very renewing. It produces endorphins. So like that energy makes sense with why this is like the card of, number one. Now January into February, I'm going to talk about the way that these are, but that's not necessarily in stone. This is just kind of like I'm following the energy of it. Okay. So like, well, February we have like, we're making contracts, we're getting serious about our goals. And there's a balance sign, which we also have like the balance for, this would be like July, because this is January, February, March, April, May, June. So this is like July. So between these two cards, we're looking at what needs to be done to get this contract, done by the end of the year. And then in the middle of the year, we see that we need more balance. Hello, John. And that's a number 6. And if you look at this card, like it's blinded, like a blindfold. So part of this card is telling me, did we actually look at all the things, the fine print? Did we look at the fine print? Did we find out along the year that we should have looked at the fine print and we didn't find that out until the end of the year? Okay, ask yourself that. Now March is the angel of love, number 49. So what did you find out about yourself in 2025 about yourself? Did you find some self-love? Did you find some freedom and some allowance, some personal allowance, letting yourself put yourself first? That's hard. That's hard, especially if you are a people pleaser, and especially if you are a mom or a caretaker. You're taking care of your children or you're taking care of loved ones. It's hard to really grasp, like, you know what, I need to set some boundaries. Here in April with the 51, healer of the ages. So this card asks me and to ask you, did we appreciate the things that we have learned and known throughout the year and throughout the, like our whole lives? Like this card is kind of asking me, what needs so like we're in the beginning of the year, and like it's asking, is there anything that I have learned along the way that I've kind of lost, and that maybe I need to reconnect with that energy if it worked before, or maybe it's not working. So healer of the ages, looking to our ancestors, looking to our elders. Okay, this is May strategy journal log. Did you put things in writing? Now that you've had this contract, did you put things in writing that needed to be writing? Oh, and there's a key. There's a key at the top here. What did you learn this year? Did you unlock something that you didn't know about yourself or that was hidden? I feel this card is kind of pushing ourselves. Okay, like it's almost the middle of the year and I haven't started this yet, and so we're looking at, okay, what needs to be done right now? Like it's strategy. Like what is our strategy to get through the rest of the year? And then we are in June with the walking away card. I feel like this card was an abrupt kind of halt to someone's life out there. And they needed to either walk away from a job or a belief system or a partner, or just some kind of false belief system that they've kind of outgrew. And like I said, 2025 was about the snake, so it was about shedding and letting go and really finding out like what matters to us. And if it matters so much that it's so strong and it's coming up daily in my life, like how can I deal with it? How can I implement that? So this was letting go of definitely something or someone. Okay, that brings us to July, and we're back to the balance card. So we kind of are at that, like I said, in the beginning we had the one in the beginning and the one at the end. So like in July, we were at that balance. So like we're up here and, you know, we're teetering like, okay, like something's got to give right now because it's the half of the year and I want to get this done or this accomplished. I want to feel this way by the end of the year. So we're here at the balance, number 3. Feminine energy, masculine energy, and they're like not looking at each other. So they're not necessarily fighting, but they're not opposing each other either. So it's a balance. Independence, but together. I really like that. That's coming up strong. Independence, but together. Okay, and then this makes total sense with where we are at the top of that hill, and we're going to build momentum. So now there's pressure. So now we've got only 5 months the rest of the year, and the heat is on. So whatever has come forward into letting go, into balancing, and to implementing, now it's go time. It's go time. It's coming up every day. It's in our thoughts. It's in our body. Like we need to set it in motion, whatever it takes. And this is 8, 9, this is 9, this would be September. We have the feminine card, but it's a male, masculine energy in this feminine card, also relating to the balance. So in September-ish, you know, did we kind of slow it down? You know, we've got ramped up and now we've got the pressure, but now we needed to realize, hey, I can't do this alone. I can't do it the way that I used to do it. So I'm going to slow it down. I'm going to tap into my feminine energy. I'm going to look at how I can do all these things that I know I clearly need to do and I want to get them done, but I need to do them so that they actually come to fruition healthy, and so that they stick, and it's not something I'm going to feel guilty about, and it is authentic. With that sense in mind, we come to the freedom card in October-ish, and it's kind of a fierce freedom I'm feeling. This person, you know, has done all the things and really kind of broken ourselves wide open to letting all that gunk go and to just going, okay, this is my life. This is my body. I need to take full control, full responsibilities of everything that is my responsibility, that everything I can control in my life. And I am going to embrace that leadership and that responsibility and that freedom, the freedom I have in order to do that. Like, it's up to me. I have that freedom to change my life according to my rules, my beliefs, my values, my time, my way. And finding the flow in order to do that, this is like kind of November-ish, is kind of like, okay, we come down and it's November-ish, and a lot of times in November, it's the harvest season, so we're kind of hunkering down. It's colder. We want to put up decorations, and we want to get all the things done from the summertime, all the winter, or the fall projects, and we're just kind of like getting into flow for like the holiday seasons, where we can just kind of like chill and relax and hunker down and then just enjoy. In which, look at this, breathe. We're back to the breathe card, which is kind of like, okay, like I did it and I learned a lot this year, and now I'm just going to like take a breath and get through the holidays and enjoy them. And then it'll be interesting to see how we transition from this card into 2026. Any questions? I'm just going to look at these cards and see if I want to read from the book. See which one kind of calls out to me of like, which one I want to read from the book, or if I want to pull a new card. I think I'm going to pull a new card, and that'll sum up the year for 2025. I'm going to shuffle. I'm going to pull from the Energy Oracle card. That didn't take too long at all. We might be getting through here. Okay, so sum it up for 2025. Goddess of the Moon. Goddess of the Moon, number 52. It's interesting. If you look very closely, she has like this kind of face paint or a tattoo, and it is like a snake. And it was the year of the snake in 2025. Oh, and look at 52 backwards is 25. Oh my gosh. So like right off the bat, Goddess of the Moon, when you think of goddess, you think of somebody very empress and very empowering and worthy and acknowledged and maybe famous. Very important. If you're a goddess, you exude importance because of who you are and what you've done and what you stand for. And these like waterfalls in the back are so, flowing. She's in her flow. She's sacred. She's pure, authentic sacredness in her energy. And she's just like, she's got the diamonds. She's, raising up this to the moon. She believes in the moon. She believes in herself. Whew. Powerful empress. Powerful Empress energy coming off of that card. I'm going to read from the book because this will sum up the year of 2025. This card shows an eternal spirit holding the bright, reflective moon and standing in front of the crystal clear waters of a waterfall. Her arms are stretched upward, receiving the light of the moon, the light of inspiration. This card is all about intuition, the ability to receive insights from your soul's point of view. Receiving this card tells you that you have the power to get information on all types of issues, and now is the time to use it. The Goddess of the Moon brings you all sorts of information, from the mundane to the spectacular. You could get the urge to take a different route home and find out later you avoided a 3-hour traffic jam. This card also indicates a significant blossoming of psychic ability and mediumship, even on a professional level. Ooh. You're always blessed with this ability to connect, but this card is telling you now it is the perfect time to open up. Get ready for the amazing inspiration that brings. Ooh, I really like this card. So put in the comments, hello Melissa, put in the comments what inspired you this last year and how that inspiration has got you through the year. Okay? Whew, that was good. Okay, we had the number 1, the Sun. We had the contract card, number 6. We had the Angel of Love card, 49. We had the Healer of the Ages, 51. We had the Strategy card, number 21. We had the Walking Away card, 27. From the Words to Live By, we had the Balance card, number 3. The Pressure card, number 20. The Feminine card, number 24. the Freedom card, number 11, the Flow card, number 19, and the number 1 card, Breathe. All right, we're going to shuffle all these again. So we just did 2025. If you're just tuning in, we are going to pull 12 cards now for 2026. All right, I'm going to shuffle again. How's everybody doing? Did that resonate? Comment on here. You have to comment. Sometimes the comments don't always come up here until after I post it, which is... So would somebody comment so I can see the comments? Maybe they have the comments off, and that's why I'm only seeing them after I post the video. So don't... Somebody comment on here like hello or something. Okay. I shuffle one more time. And then this time around, instead of doing the first part of the year with the Energy Oracle card deck, I'm going to do just the opposite. I'm going to do the words to live by, 6 cards from that deck first. Okay. Now, the way that I'm going to be reading the energy to make it an easier flow is in succession, but if you are feeling it differently, that is a-okay. All right. Okay, I'm going to pull the 6 cards for 2026. Oh, did we do the horse? Let's do the horse. Okay, so 2026 is the year of the horse. It's about freedom and independence and, finding that horse energy. Horses are very intuitive, and they can very much be alone or survive within a group. You're about to embark on an unexpected adventure and will have to move very quickly once it's initiated. It's time to free yourself from those physically and emotionally constrictive aspects of your life. You need to call upon reserves of stamina and strength to get you through this ordeal. You're much more powerful than you think you are. The situation requires strong warrior energy, balanced with sensitivity, patience, and compassion. Teamwork with your family, friends, or community is important right now. You're very well protected from any negative or harsh psychic attacks. You're being called to investigate other realms and dimensions through meditation, a vision quest, or a shamanic journey. Let go of any shame or guilt that is the result of childhood conditioning. Ooh, interesting. So that is the meaning of horse. I wanted to look up the actual Chinese year, but my laptop charger was MIA. So I will post it when we're done. Okay. All right. I'm going to pull 6 cards from the words to live by. This is 12 cards for 2026. So we have the shadows. Ooh, number 36. We have the community, which makes sense because the horse. Number 8. We have the love card again in March. Interesting. Number 25. We have boundaries. Number 28. We have the freedom card again. Number 11. And we have the balance card again. Okay. Now I'm going to shuffle this deck one more time. How are we doing? How are we doing? Got 3 eyes. I need some comments, guys. Any questions? Any questions? Okay. All right. The remainder of 2026, 6 cards. Of course, we have the Goddess of the Moon. And the Sun card again. Did I shuffle these? Okay, I'm going to reshuffle these, you guys, because these are not coming up. We want new energy. stale, old energy. Just going to shuffle these a little bit better. One moment. Not that I didn't like those cards. It's just I want new energy for the year. I'll talk about new cards. We don't want to repeat the same old energy, do we? No. No, we do not. Okay. One more time. Let's try this again. Okay. 6 cards. Ooh, man holding a heart. The garden and the gate. Number 30. Patience. Number 16. Better energy with these cards. 36. Second chakra, Archangel Ariel. Woman holding a heart. So we have a man holding a heart and a woman holding a heart. And we have victory at the end of the year. Woo! All right. Okay. We got a lot of energy on the bottom. I can just feel the energy is really, really heightened at the end of the year. I don't know. I just looking at these cards, I don't know. There's a lot of yellow. And yellow is, so we've got the chakras. We've got the root chakra, we've got the sacral, and the third chakra is the yellow chakra. It's the solar plexus, and the color represented was yellow. So I'm getting just a lot of like self-esteem. Is this the year of self-esteem? That would make sense because like the horse represents independence, freedom, doing things on your own, but finding community within yourself. So let's just start it out. The first of the year. This card doesn't always like mean what you see. So like right away, this card is telling me like, really be careful and don't judge a book by its cover. So don't judge your shadow. You know, don't judge yourself. Don't be ashamed of who you are. Because this is who we are. We can change who we are if we don't like it. But that's on us. That's on us. It's all about what we feel intuitively and what draws us to the things that we enjoy or into the people that we enjoy. And, you know, like 2025, we did a lot of journaling. We did a lot of reflecting. We did, you know, a lot of looking at the aspect of like what needs to stay and what doesn't. So we tried to find that balance. And now that we have all those answers from 2025, 2026 is going to be like, how can we put all this new information and everything we learned into practice? Because we're going to need it. So it's kind of like 2025, we were in a training, we were in boot camp. And now in 2026, it's going to be like, how can I implement everything that I was taught, that I went through, that I learned? How can I implement it better and make better decisions and really focus on what makes me happy in 2026? So like this shadow is just kind of a reminder of like, stop judging the not so helpful things that we went through in 2025, because just because they did suck, they had benefit. So that's what this card is all about. It's about reminding us, oh my God, like the year was just like this, that, and the other thing, but like get over it, because like there's always like a new beginning. All right. So this is just kind of like a reminder, like, okay, like you're feeling like you're not quite out of 2025 yet, and we really need to be. Okay. Like let it go, move on, move up. All right. The next card is all about community. And so trying to kind of get out of that funkness of maybe the winter, the holidays, just kind of putting 2025 to bed. get out into community. Maybe you need to do things with the people that you haven't been able to see. And maybe there's like some hobbies that you haven't been able to do for a while. And maybe there's places that you haven't visited in a while. So like, just get yourself out into the community. And, you know, maybe this is a new community. Maybe this is new things that you always say you're going to do, but you don't, you know? So we're in the funk. We need to get out of the funk. Okay. And this card, it's such an awesome card. It's like the unconditional love card, because of the dog, and our pets really show us, you know, that we matter. And I did a video a while ago, and it was about how to say goodbye to pets crossing over. And one of the messages that came through in that one was, are we loving ourselves and are we realizing that we do deserve to be loved like that, the way that our pets love us like that? So think about that, you know, when you're thinking of self-love and love in general. You know, are you allowing yourself and to feel that you are deserving to feel that way, to feel loved, truly, truly loved by someone or something, yourself especially too. So that's I feel like there's a lot of self-reflection coming in the first part of 2026. And that self-reflection, you know, we had the funk, and we're kind of going to get out of the funk, and then we realize that we are important, and now it's going to kind of go into boundaries, like where, you know, we had to do this, we had to like let go, we had to set some serious boundaries in 2025, and maybe by the by the early part of 2026, we're kind of going to fall back into complacency and kind of fall into some bad habits. So maybe this card is telling us, okay, this is just a gentle, another nudge that the kind of that stuff that you got rid of, and that you learned and you let go in 2025, it's creeping up on you again. So you need to gear up and just kind of reset and tell yourself that it's okay to have boundaries, and no is a full sentence. And then these two cards I'm going to put together because they're just telling me to. Spirit's like, put these two together. So it's the freedom to allow yourself to have that balance, the freedom to set the boundaries, the freedom to accept love and to feel love and to love yourself, and the freedom to be able to choose to get out into the community, and the freedom to accept yourself as who you are in all your shadows, good or bad. So like, you know, halfway through getting to the middle of the year, it's all about like freedom to accept that balance. Like, it's okay. It's really okay to be on both sides of that coin. You know, it feel okay to not feel okay, you know, that type of thing. Okay. So that was the first half of 2026. Now the remainder of 2026 is just, there's a lot going on, and it's going to be, I see a lot of repeat in these cards. We'll just dive right in. So this one, a man holding a heart. So, you know, what is he's holding a heart. So is he looking for love? Is he found it and she's just not receptive? Or has he finally just said, you know, I've been single long enough. This is my turn. This is my time. I'm going to find someone in 2026. Okay. And that was number 45. And I just feel like there's a 45-year-old man that's like feeling this right now. Like, I'm going to get through my shit. I'm going to continue with what I learned in 2025. And then like summertime's going to hit, and I'm just going to be like financially ready. I have all these goals that are going to be done, and I'm going to meet someone. So if you're a man or a woman, like, I just feel like this would be January, February, March, April, May, June. This would be July. Like July is, you know, you're going to meet someone. And that's like July 4th. So like coming right out of the freedom balance phase, you know, it's going to be like kind of like all at once, like fireworks. Right out of the blue. But it's going to feel balanced. Okay, so the garden and the gate. So this is also like picking up this balance card. So the garden and the gate. So when I look at that, I think of it's balanced. So I'm reserved and I'm guarded, but I'm also being receptive and reciprocating and putting myself out there as well. So I'm just practicing some boundaries. It's balance. It's like a balanced boundary to be in the garden and the gate. So like you're out, but you're still remembering that, oh, you know, when I did this wasn't working. So now I still have to have those boundaries for myself. But on the other side of the gate is just a beautiful abundance. So don't be so reserved that you're missing out on opportunities of a lifetime. Now, this would be 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So around September, there's maybe this has to do with like the love card, you know, over here, because we had this love card. Maybe this has to deal with like, okay, so you want it to move faster, but you have to have patience. Or, you know, because of you're holding these boundaries, maybe you have to have patience with yourself to realize, okay, it does take time to implement some of these boundaries and some of these lessons that we learn. So be patient. Patient. And you're protected. So like, look at the wings. And you're protected during this patience. So you don't really need to move forward with quick feet because you might miss out on something. Okay, so that is, so October, the second chakra, Archangel Ariel. Now the second chakra is the sacral. So that's like the reproductive. So I'm gonna look something up. I'll be right back. I'm really feeling I need to get out this book. Because this card number 36 is about the second chakra. And I'm gonna go a little deeper here and look up the second chakra, which is the solar plex. Not the solar plex, the sacral, which is just, it's below your navel. And it's like orange. It's orangest color. Okay, so hang on. Sacral. Okay. It's between the pubic bone and the navel. Its element is water. Attributes are emotions, relationships, control, sensuality, pleasure, desires, sexuality, creativity, and healing. Physically governs the lungs, the kidneys, the sexual organs, the pelvis, the lower back, reproductive system, urinary system, bladder, spleen, colon, small intestine, immune system. The gland that it resides in is the ovaries and testicles. Archetypes, the lover, the martyr. Astrology, Pisces or Scorpio. Okay, so if you are in balance of your sacral chakra, you're receptive, positive relationship to the body, ability to accept change, sharing emotions freely, nurturing, ability to express feelings and desires, ability to be creative and see different perspectives, ability to let go, friendly, calm, and kind, doing things for pleasure, indulging in creativities, and following through with creative ideas. Wow. So nurture your needs, show love to yourself, allow pleasure in your life, do something that brings you pleasure, be social, express. These are like all things that we talked about like thus far. So this is like kind of the end of the year as like your graduation almost. And if you found love in January, and you're realizing that this is like all too good to be true. And then like the Spirit's telling you, like, just be patient and then bring yourself, back to your center. This person, you'll find out that this person doesn't need to be rushed, and you don't need to be rushed to be in this relationship. So just remember that you are important too, first, and everything will just fall into balance. Right. I like that. I think I might be reading from the book for this one. Okay. So that would be October, and then Woman Holding a Heart in November. So this is all about like Thanksgiving and nurturing and harvesting and abundance, and realizing, okay, like 2025, I learned all that, and then I implemented so much of what I learned in 2025 into 2026, and now like I'm going to reap the benefits. So like the fruition of, if you met someone in July, this is all going to kind of come to fruition. And by then, that's a couple months, you'll know if this relationship is really worthy of withstanding, long term. Number 44. So 45 and 44. Woo! Okay. And then we have the Victory card. I have not pulled this card a lot in this deck. This is probably, if I ever have, it's been a long time. So I'm going to say that this is a new card for me to pull this card from this deck. So it's 28. And it's Victory. This looks like a crown. And she just looks like she's at peace. So like, it was like you did it. You accomplished all your goals. You brought everything from 2025 into 2026 with courage and charisma and commitment and dedication. And now at the end of the year, you can just like breathe again and know that everything that you did was on purpose and it was with intent. And, like your prayers were answered. I really like that. I think I'm going to read from, oh my gosh, you guys, like this card is just like sitting here. It's not like, it was just up like this, the deck of the card, and it's action. Look at that. I'm going to keep this card because this is a good card. Because it's like the year of the horse. And like last year was like letting go. And now this year is all about like, what are we going to do with it? And it's balanced. A balanced action. White and black. Yin and yang. So do you guys want me to read from this card or this one? I think this one definitely sums up the year. Because there's a lot of action going on here. There's a lot of doing. And 2025 was kind of a lot of thinking, a lot of reflecting, a lot of, letting things happen. And now 2026 is all about like, no, I'm going to do the action. I'm going to do the doing. I'm going to read from this. It's number 17. Energizing effort, willingness to work. This card tells you that now is the time for more aggressive forward movement. The galloping horses represent intentional and concerted action directed to your goals. This card indicates that you are on the right track, but your determined efforts must increase. The white horse is inner action of spirit and thought. The black is the outer work that still needs to be done. So continue taking action and trust your intuition. You'll break through and see the results you've been working so hard to create. And that was in Victory. I like that. Oh, I like the energy that came at the end of the year of 2026. I really like that. I felt it in the beginning and I'm feeling it now again. And I'm going to read from the book for Victory because I just really like the way that that year, 2026, ended. This card shows a beautiful spirit holding a golden victory wreath in acknowledgement of your achievement. Success is on its way and you have a sense of pride in what you've worked to accomplish. The achievement may be great outer access or it may be a deep inner change that you've been exerting a lot of effort toward. Enjoy this sense of accomplishment, but be careful not to rest upon your laurels. People expect outer triumph to bring great challenges, but often there may still be inner work to do. Let yourself be open to victory on every level now. Oh my gosh, like those two cards, I'm glad I read them because those two cards really complement each other very nicely. I'm going to show the cards one more time. So this was 36. 8 was community. 25 was love. 28, boundaries. We had two 28s. Just looking at the rest of the numbers here. Oh, we had two 36s too. The shadows and the coming to yourself. That makes a lot of sense because like this we talked about in the beginning where it was kind of you're in a funk. And now when it comes up here with the 36, it's kind of like remember that we don't like to be here. So we need to like get centered. Let's see what other numbers are there like. That seems to be it. And the boundaries and the victory. So with boundaries, you can achieve stuff. Remember that. Okay, so then we had the boundaries, the number 28 card. We had the freedom, 11. Balance, 3. We had 45, man holding a heart. 30, garden and the gate. 16, patience. 36, the sacral chakra. 44, woman holding a heart. And victory, number 28. And to sum it all up, the year was action. I really like the way that these cards played out. That went well, you guys. That was an hour. For 24 cards, that was an hour. Holy cow. Hello, Cameron. It will be on replay. Please comment, watch, and comment because your name will go in for a drawing. Go to YouTube as well if you want to watch it there. And comment there, and then your name will go in for a drawing. So you can comment on YouTube. You can comment on Facebook, too, and have your name go in twice. I'm doing readings. I can do a private reading like this now that I know that how long it is. That would be for $75. I would charge $75 to do a reading like this because probably it will turn into probably an hour and a half to 2 if it's in person. Like the, you know, my normal readings are 40 for an hour. The deck and a reading is 50. The deck is 25, so you get like a 2-for-1. And I think that's all I wanted to talk about. Did I do everything? We did that. Yes, I think we're good. Any questions? Any questions? Oh, so I obviously, like, I do Wednesday night lives, but like this was different because I wanted to do the New Year's one. So I will be back next Wednesday. I do not know the topic. It's always a surprise. It's always good stuff. But thank you for watching. If you have any questions regarding if you have a question about the cards, if you were feeling anything as I was relaying the messages, do not hesitate to reach out to me. We can deep dive that a little bit for you, okay? And then if you would like a reading, reach out to me as well on YouTube or Facebook, private messenger. I hope you guys enjoyed this and watch it again and again. There was a lot of messages, and each time you listen to it, you might hear something, or you might see something different, or you might feel something different. So hello, Kathy. Thanks all for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I hope you all have a great 2026.